It is the Horseshoe Collective postgame show live from the X. A late night on a Friday, but Boise State getting the win. 79-73 over Colorado State. Joey Jenkins alongside Malik Harwell. And to start things off, Andrew Meadow tonight. Snapping a 4-game losing streak. 15 points for you, Meadow. And I know we talked about this a little bit before we went on air, but this has got to feel nice, getting a win and snapping that streak.
No, it feels amazing. You know, I think we just needed this one, and we're going to blow it open from here.
What was the difference? I mean, if you had to, I know you're going to look at film and all that, but if you attribute the difference for what's happened the last 4 games to tonight, what would you say was the biggest key?
I think our fight. You know, we fought from second one to the last second, and, you know, I think that paid off all the way through the game.
Yeah, you guys got it done, man. Stop the bleeding. Let's go, baby.
Yep.
Now it's time to keep it rolling. My thing is, you know, how's the locker room now feeling after that win? The guys still close-knit.
Everyone's so bought in, and even through those 4 losses, like, everyone's really, really connected. We're so tight. Like, we really, really, really wanted to win all of those games. We never – like, none of us ever bought out. We're all bought in. We're ready to go. We're ready to finish the season strong.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
The aggressiveness. It felt like, were you feeling a little more aggressive tonight? You had that big 3 with 7.5 left, then the defensive stop. Did you just feel like you needed to take more control?
Yeah, you know, I just feel like sometimes I get lost sometimes, and I just need to, you know, take advantage of the opportunities that I get, and I think I've been doing a good job of that these past couple games. We're
going to talk a lot about just what you guys were able to do tonight, shooting the ball well, shooting the ball from 3 well. Dylan Andrews, we're going to talk about him. For him, how big of a night was it to see him come in? And I know you've been cheering him on, and felt like maybe got a little bit of a monkey off his back tonight.
Huge, yeah. You know, he's a great guy. He loves basketball. He loves this team, and I'm just so happy that, you know, everything's paying off for him.
I want to ask about the hairstyles. We were talking about it a little bit before. So if you were here live at the game or you watched on TV, Javen Buchanan shaved it all off. Can you give us the play-by-play how that happened? Did one guy start because R.J. Keene cut his hair?
Yeah, you know, I think they just kind of like me last year. I think they just started. They wanted.
You really started it, really.
Yeah, but I think they just wanted to switch it up. You know, it feels. I mean, for me, it felt so good just to, you know, switch it up, get a new look. Even this year too with my contacts, but I think it was just the same reasoning for them.
Yeah, you see, there's Javen Buchanan. Yeah. I mean, there were some people going, "Wait, did we get a brand new transfer like right in?" But capitalizing on this, Andrew, before we let you go. Everyone kind of has said the same thing. This wants to be the start of something. A lot of conference play left. What's the feeling like as you guys go to Wyoming next, and just how do you make sure this isn't just a one and done, but you get a now win streak going?
Attack tomorrow's rest day, and then, you know, come in motivated for our lift and practice on Sunday. That's all we can focus on right now. We can't look ahead. We got to just focus on the moment right now.
You guys are getting used to having games that almost last in the next day.
I'm tired. Yeah. I'm going to sleep.
Can we get a 7 p.m. tip-off at some point? You
2
know?
p.m. on a Saturday.
Yeah, that's right. Next home game will be 2 p.m. So, Andrew, thanks for the time,
Appreciate
man.
you guys.
Appreciate it. Absolutely. Andrew Meadow.
Yep, good to see you guys.
Double figures for him, 15 and 4. Big 3, too, that helped to rally. We got a lot to recap, including our player of the game. We're going to get Malik's thoughts. 79-73. More to come on the Horseshoe Collective postgame show.
Touchdowns or turnovers, fans are still waking up happy thanks to Drink Sip non-alcoholic beer. Always fresh, lower calories, delicious taste. Celebrate the highs, rally through the lows, and always stay in the game. A portion of sales goes to help student athletes. Drink Sip NA Beer Company, brought to you by Bronco legend DeMarcus Lawrence and proud sponsor of the Horseshoe Collective.
Back here on the Horseshoe Collective postgame show, you love to see that final score, 79-73. Boise State snaps a 4-game losing skid. Back here on the hardwood alongside Malik Harwell. Coach Burns, Coach, we can say all the things. Big win, big win. We know how big of a win this was, but from your perspective, I don't know if you want to put a number on the scale of 1 to 10, maybe it's an 11. How big was it getting a win tonight?
It probably is an 11.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, our guys, God bless them, because it's just hard. You know, and Malik knows this, having played and been through the battles himself. we had games, you know, at UNLV, at San Diego State that you absolutely think you should have won. And Grand Canyon at home, and Javen gets hurt. Then we don't have Javen versus Utah State. So there was, you know, a deep pile of adversity to plow through, and to their credit, they did. And it's hard because when it ain't going your way, little things can create doubt.
Yeah.
And our guys battled through the doubt. And I thought, you know, Dylan Andrews was awesome tonight. You know, I thought R.J. Keene came in down the stretch and just flipped the game. It's a 1-point game. It was looking like it was going to maybe get away from us. And then he comes in and just makes multiple effort plays all over the floor. And next thing you know, we're back up 6 or 7. And then, you know, even A.G. Nato, you know, they were running a little butt screen up there. They got to the rim and, you know, scored quick a couple times. He comes in, shuts that off, gets on the floor, gets a jump ball. So the whole group was awesome and did a great job chipping in.
I want to actually get both of your thoughts, Malik, maybe you first, about what you saw from Dylan and then what you saw from a coach's perspective, because it felt like a different Dylan Andrews tonight.
Yeah, I was impressed with Dylan and his effort tacking the basket early, you know, putting pressure on the defense, getting easy ones, getting that confidence going, and then being able to have that translate, obviously, beyond the arc to the three-point line as well. So I thought he did a good job.
Yeah, it really was, and that's what it is. It's a confidence thing, because, you know, he had a couple rough games there, and, you know, doubt creeps in.
Yeah.
And he, you know, at the end of the day, it's the work that gets you over the hump. And he just got back in the gym with Lex, and he put in the work, you know, and he worked his way through the problem. And I'm so proud of him, because it's awesome to see, you know, the results tonight and him getting, you know, paid off for that work. So that was awesome.
I think one thing, too, that maybe won't make all the highlight reels, won't make it necessarily a stat sheet, but getting that jump ball under a minute left from Dylan. I mean, I know you've got to love that effort, because sometimes you can feel with a losing streak, you worry about, are they diving for every loose ball? Are they doing that? But the toughness was there tonight.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, you know, we allowed them to squirm off the hook for a few too many threes. But outside of that, our effort, you know, and that's, at the end of the day, that's what it is about. Our effort was outstanding. And they're a great three-point shooting team. They were 4th in the country coming into this game, and that was after having a couple bad games. So it was only a matter of time before they got it going again, and unfortunately we let them get a few in there. But, you know, the guys just battled down the stretch and got it done.
Moving forward, we want to let this roll and keep it rolling. Do you feel like that it's like something that clicks? I mean, Andrew made it sound like we've believed in ourselves this whole time.
Yeah.
How do you as a coach just make sure it's like, hey, this is what this team can be?
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's literally one day at a time, one practice at a time. And you know, part of it is, you know, our prep for this game was good. Our guys did, you know, because it's crazy. They run a million actions, and our guys' ability to navigate those actions was outstanding. What wasn't was a couple of times we, you know, blew a switch or didn't execute, you know, a switch on a baseline out of bounds at the end of the first. Just little things there that, you know, allowed them to make some threes. But, I mean, at the end of the day, when we're at our best, we're a multiple effort operation, and we showed a lot of that tonight.
Your perspective of the haircut change, by the way. When did you find out about that?
Boy, I'll tell you what, JB, and the way he started the game tonight,
Yeah, I know.
he was aerodynamic. I told him, I was like, you're sleek. He was guarding his ball pressure, and he really set the tone for our team tonight because, you know, they run, like I said, they run a lot of actions, and if you allow them to look at the action and don't put pressure on the basketball, they're going to pick you apart. So he was the guy out there that early on just dominated that game, and with his ball pressure defensively, and then got on the glass, and it was great to have him back.
Yeah, we're seeing the highlights of Javen Buchanan. Well, Coach, we appreciate it. You know, I know Malik, he has nothing but amazing things to say about you all the time. You know,
Well,
that's the only thing we talk about. Yeah.
I'm yelling stick hand in the crowd.
Yes, Malik knows. He knows.
Hey,
he did it.
We won the rebounding war too.
Yes.
15 turnovers. Hey, bloody nose lane.
Yep.
Did it work?
Yeah, I mean, those things were all huge, and you know, those are toughness things, you know.
Yep.
I mean, being able to heat up the ball and create the turnovers is a toughness thing. Being able to get on the glass and win the war of the glass, it's a toughness thing. We had 11 offensive rebounds, and I think, yeah, look at second chance points, 15-2. I mean, there's your game right there. So kudos to the fellas, and kudos to Coach Charles, who keeps track of all of our rebounding stuff. And you know, as Malik knows from being here in this program, that's one of the paradigms of our existence here is, you know, try and rebound the basketball. So,
well, Coach, before we let you go, you're a big Seahawks fan. What's happening tomorrow night? What's happening? I mean, everyone says Seahawks dominant, and I just feel like that it's too much hype. What do you think?
Well, first of all, you know, I'm deathly afraid of the 49ers as a Seahawks fan. So, because usually I'm out ahead of it talking a lot of smack. Malik knows I can talk smack with the best, but I was not doing that prior to the last game of the season. And then they went and had a pretty dominant performance. So, I'm hoping, because it's the Pope thing. I'm Catholic. Bodie shook Pope Francis's hand, my son.
No kidding.
There you go.
The last 3 popes, when they changed chairs, the Seahawks were the number 1 seed and went to the Super Bowl. So I sure hope the Catholics that I know up in Seattle went to Mass last Saturday, because I did.
Go twice.
I
did.
Twice.
Yeah, go 2 in a row. Coach, we appreciate the time. Absolutely. Congrats on the win, and it's nice to see it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Appreciate you guys,
too.
too.
You, Bernie.
All right, Lake, love you, bro.
Love you, too.
All right, we're going to wrap up with the player of the game. Malik's last thoughts as the Broncos get a W. 79-70. We'll wrap things up. Coming up next on the Horseshoe Collective Postgame Show.
Boise, football season is here. And whether it's touchdowns or turnovers, fans are still waking up happy thanks to Drink Sip non-alcoholic beer. Always fresh, lower calories, delicious taste. Celebrate the highs, rally through the lows, and always stay in the game. A portion of sales goes to help student athletes. Drink Sip NA Beer Company, brought to you by Bronco legend DeMarcus Lawrence and proud sponsor of the Horseshoe Collective.
Wrapping things up on the Horseshoe Collective postgame show. All of Bronco Nation just went like this tonight. All right. We can right the ship a little bit. Former Bronco Malik Harwell alongside Joey Jenkins here tonight. And let's talk about the balanced attack. We mentioned Dylan Andrews. We're going to talk about him in a moment as our player of the game. 4 guys in double figures. As a former Bronco, how important is that you had multiple weapons tonight with 4 guys scoring double figures?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to game plan against, right? You got 4 guys who can score the ball. You got Drew down low inside. JB, he can get buckets inside as well. And then Andrew Meadow and DA stepping outside, too, to spread the floor out, too, and get, I guess, basically, you know, buckets from anywhere on the floor, right? And like, how do you stop that, you know? So it was definitely good to see, and I think Bronco Nation was happy to see that happen tonight as well.
The 4 guys in double figures. Dylan Andrews with 21. Andrew Meadow, who we chatted with 15. 11 for Fielder. 10 for Buchanan. JB got the game really started off on the right foot. And that 3-point play by Drew Fielder underneath got the crowd into it. You saw that physicality. That's what he came here for. Went to Georgetown for a cup of coffee, came back, the Boise native, got it done tonight.
Yep, no, he did. He stepped up huge and a must-win for the Broncos, so big time for the big fella for sure.
So we take a look at some of the game stats tonight. A couple of things that the Broncos really have struggled with is shooting the ball and shooting beyond the arc. And look at those numbers, Malik. 46 from the field, but 40 beyond the arc. They had 12 three-pointers tonight. Yeah, and I think that's, you know, the writing on the wall itself, right? Struggling shooting behind the arc. I think they got it going. And you know what? I think that helped them get 40% from the three-point line was being aggressive early, starting the game off, getting the buckets down low, attacking the rim. That way they can get the confidence going and then open up the three-point line and get good looks. So they did a good job. And Dylan Andrews, our player of the game, again, for the UCLA transfer, 21 points, 5 for 11 from the field, 4 for 7 from beyond the arc. So Broncos improved to 10-8. They get ready for Wyoming. You remember a trip to Wyoming? What is that like?
Oh, my goodness. In the
That's
winter,
an interesting
too?
play. Yeah. January, Wyoming. Thank goodness basketball is an indoor sport.
Yeah.
But just your message is, as a former player, of what Boise State needs to do to keep this rolling and kind of keep that locker room intact.
Yeah, I mean, going to Wyoming, right, they're going to try and scare you with the 7,000 elevation feet, you know, all the jazz. But Leon and the staff, they prepare the boys well for that stuff. I think just carrying what they did tonight into that game, they should be able to handle business and take care of that. So, yeah.
It's exciting. And then we're back here next Saturday, 2 p.m. We're not here till midnight,
Let's
Malik.
go.
We're excited. 2 p.m. Next Saturday here at the X against Air Force. That's going to do it for us tonight. The Broncos get the win. Good crowd on the orange out. 79-73. Let's get it rolling. Boise State, as they improve to 10-8, and again they snap that 4-game losing skid. We'll see you next home game on the Horseshoe Collective postgame show.
Boise, football season is here, and whether it's touchdowns or turnovers, fans are still waking up happy thanks to Drink Sip non-alcoholic beer. Always fresh, lower calories, delicious taste. Celebrate the highs, rally through the lows, and always stay in the game. A portion of sales goes to help student athletes. Drink Sip NA Beer Company, brought to you by Bronco legend DeMarcus Lawrence and proud sponsor of the Horseshoe Collective.